It's time to hit the jackpot because you're listening to How to Bet, hosted by Daryl Fine and Sean Miller, breaking down betting into 4 categories to help you stay ahead of the game, sharing their thoughts, opinions, and analysis on how to bet it, where to bet it, and who to bet on. Now here are your hosts, Daryl Fine and Sean Miller.
Welcome to our How to Bet podcast. I'm Daryl Fine along with Sean the Genius Miller. It is time, Sean, for our Parlay Power Plays of the Week. That's right.
Let's go.
That's right. Parlay Power Plays of the Week. We are going to give you each and every week 3 games that we feel are our best bets, and you can put them into parlays. So it's time. It is time for that. The first game, well, that happens Thursday night for you. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers -7.5 against Dallas, the Super Bowl defending champs.
Yeah, and I think, obviously when I start talking about my parlays here, even at 7.5, I'm going to try to find the odds and bet it down to 7 or 6.5. Which you can do. Obviously, talked about some of these sites. You can use a little slider to move the line back and forth. You're going to actually have to pay a little bit of juice, maybe 135, maybe 155, but that extra point could end up proving to be valuable. I just think in this spot, the Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl. They're dominant in the Super Bowl defense. They're coming in this year with the number 1 defense in the NFL.
Yes.
I think the Cowboys...
Everybody's back.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys are a little, their defense stinks.
Offense, they have a lot of weapons. Defensively, they are troubled.
I trust Tampa Bay's defense to shut down Dallas much more than I trust Dallas's defense to do anything against Tampa Bay. I mean, Tampa Bay could score, 40 points if they want, but Dallas isn't going to score 20.
So Sean's one of his power plays this week will be Tampa -7 over Dallas. And now the next one for you is the San Francisco 49ers -7.5 at Detroit.
Yeah, and once again, same thing. Bet it down if you can to 7, if you can get it 6.5. But I think Detroit, obviously, constant mess, new coaches, Jared Goff.
It's messy.
I think
that could get messy.
We talked about San Francisco last week. The 49ers are going to be very good. Once again, the thing that's going to be my key in these 3 games is the defense. All the games I'm taking have teams in the top 3 to 5 in the NFL in defense. I think early in the season, week 1, it's easier for the defense to get up for the game if you have those players, and it is maybe for the offense to come out. So I think San Francisco goes to Detroit and just absolutely annihilates the Lions. If you get 7, but I'll be honest, I don't think you're going to need those points. But I'll just be safe and say if you can get it -6.5, -150, whatever it is, you take it. But they're going to annihilate the Lions.
And next for you, your final parlay power play of the week. The Los Angeles Rams -7.5 against Chicago.
Yeah, I think a lot of, once again, Rams top 2 defense. It's basically Tampa, the Rams, Washington, who's got a game this week. The top 5 defenses, and then obviously San Francisco. So I think in this game, Stafford. I've talked about the Rams a lot last week. I really like the Rams, and I think this is a bad spot for the Bears. Sunday night, prime time in LA. If you can get it -6.5, -7, whatever. I really like the Rams, and kind of calculating this. There's 2 ways you could do this. With mine, if you take the money line games for all 3. I took the money line with Caesars. They're all -350. So money line on the Bucks, 49ers, and Rams is +112. So that's not a bad parlay.
No.
If you take them all at -7, you get them at +583 with Unibet and Bet365. So there's a couple ways you could do it. You can do the money line parlay to be a little bit safer, maybe throw a little bit more on it, or you could take a chance. Maybe one of the game pushes and drops it down to whatever. But, +583, that's a big payout.
That is a big payout. It's a good way to go. Now, my parlay power plays of the week. I'm going to start out with the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans, strong offense. They had Julio Jones, good defense. They are -3 against Arizona. Arizona, one of those fraudulent teams. They got talent offensively. They're okay defensively. I'm going to take Tennessee -3 over Arizona. I'm going to head out then to Carolina. Carolina is one of those teams to me that are going to have a better season than a lot of people think. I think they have one of the best coaches in the league. He is top tier, in my opinion, Matt Rule. So I'm going to take Carolina, McCaffrey back, Darnold playing against his former New York Jet team. I'm going to take Carolina -5 at home against the New York Jets.
Some of that also anti-Jets as well. Like, Jets aren't very good.
But, well, yeah, it's anti. I mean, you're not going to take Carolina often. Carolina is not going to be a -5 often either.
Yeah, the Jets are just
but they are -5. Jets are just not good. I know they've upgraded. Well, they think they've upgraded.
Got a lot of injuries already, though.
I heard the same thing about Sam Darnold when he was picked for the Jets that I'm hearing about Wilson. So we'll see. I do think they are improved. I do like their wide receiver combination with Moore and Davis. But we'll see. Defensively, Robbie Anderson's going to have a field day. They're not going to. The secondary is not good. I'm going to take Carolina -5, and then I'm going to finish it off with a game that has been moved from New Orleans to Jacksonville, and I'm going to go the Green Bay Packers -4. We haven't even seen Rodgers. We know he's good. He's really good. So we're going to take Green Bay -4 over New Orleans. I just think Green Bay, it's a New Year. Winston, do I trust him? Not really. No Thomas.
Chaos around the game. Their families don't know what's going on at home and stuff. You got your mind in other places.
Yeah, it's a different New Orleans team, and I think the Packers are for real once again. So I will take the Green Bay Packers -4. They are our parlay power plays of the week. And remember, bet with your head, not with your heart. Don't go over your means. And you can have fun with this. You can also make pretty good money if you do it the right way. I want to thank you again for tuning into our podcast, How to Bet. Go to howtobet.com. We know you have a trillion different choices, so we appreciate you coming with us. For our executive director, Tiffany Hartman, our producer, Trey Wright, Sean Miller, I'm Daryl Fine. We'll see you next week on How to Bet.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to How to Bet, hosted by Daryl Fine and Sean Miller. For more information about betting guides, online gambling, betting odds, including NFL betting lines and odds, go to howtobet.com. Watch all How to Bet podcasts on YouTube. And to access all How to Bet podcasts, go to 1077thebronx.com/howtobet.